Welcome to episode 2 of Road to the Wembley Cup.
I'm very sorry this isn't a Christmas episode, but I'm trying my best. Look, I've got some Christmas decorations behind me, I've got tinsel on the floor and over there. Is that not enough? No. So, now it's a Christmas episode. Welcome back to the Road to Wembley Cup. Let's get back to where we were. So just to recap the last episode, we set all the records that you can see on the left-hand side of the screen. Some of them went better than others, let's just say that. And this episode, we're gonna put some stats on my FIFA card based off of last week's performance. So, here we go. I don't really know how to determine what the size was of each statistic, so I said leave it up to you guys in the comments, but then someone messaged me on Instagram saying, why don't you just base it off your challenges? So for example, with the side netting goals, we got 8 out of a possible 20 goals. So if you times 20 by 100, no, if you times 20 by 5, you get 100. And if you times 8, which was our score, by 5, you get 40. So therefore, we have 40 shots. Makes sense? Let's do the same for number of clean ball controls. We got 5 out of 20, so you times 5 by 5, get 25. On accuracy, we obviously did the crossbars, and we got 2. 2 times 5 is 10, so yes, what a statistic. So obviously that then leaves stamina, pace, and power still yet to be determined. So this episode, we're gonna be focusing on improving our pace. There's actually a way you can determine your FIFA pace using specific formulas. So we're going to do that in a second, but with the stamina and the power stat, I'm still not 100% sure on how to do it. I might do a bleep test for stamina, but power definitely. I really don't know what to do. But anyway, last week we had 50 XP, so we could look into the shop. What do we have in the shop on offer today? 30 XP for a small trigger point ball, and 50 XP for some resistance bands. Let's get into the first day where we actually determine our pace. Now for this, we need to know our 100-meter sprint time. So I went to our local football pitch, and the width is around about 100 meters. Like it's not completely accurate, but it's pretty good. So I just did 3 runs, found an average. Let's see how we did. Now the average time I got was 13.83, and for a 100-meter sprint, for my first real proper 100-meter sprint, that's okay. So the secret formula for determining your FIFA pace, you can try this out as well, you just need to know your 100-meter time. So mine is 13.83, so what we do is do 29.6 minus 13.83. You put that in a bracket and you times whatever that answer is by 5. In my case, it is 78.85, and round that up you get 79. So therefore my pace, we're going to put that on my card, is 79. That's okay, that's not too bad. And that formula, if you use the Usain Bolt record time, you would get 100 pace, so hopefully that makes sense. And we also got 10 XP for doing our first training session. So we've got 60 XP to spend in the shop, and I think, I don't want to spend all our XP on the resistance band, so I think I'm going to go for the small trigger point ball. So here it is, and you're probably wondering, why the hell are you getting this? What is this for? It's actually for you to roll on the bottom of your feet, and it helps your feet recover because they go under a lot of stress when you're sprinting a lot. And actually professional sprinters do use this, I've researched a bit. And it also strengthens your ankle and it helps your foot recover as well. And it's like when you use a foam roller on your leg, almost the same thing. So yeah, we're going to be using that every day before and after sprinting, so that'll be very handy. So that obviously puts our XP down to 30, and now we have a new width of pitch sprint, and it is 13.83, which is our record 100-meter time. That's what we're going to aim to try and beat throughout the next week. And this was the week where I realised how much work I need to put on my hips. And this is one of the reasons I didn't actually buy the resistance bands, because my hips are so weak that you can see by my face here, any sort of exercise tires my hips out so much. You see by my face, like, it is so painful. So I think we need to start with just doing the normal exercises and then bring in the resistance bands. And I want to give a massive shout out to this guy called In The Dark. I put his channel page here. He does a lot of football fitness type of videos, and I actually find them really useful. So make sure you check out his channel, because this exercise, I think he has an issue with his hip as well, and he does a lot of hip exercises on his channel, and I use quite a few of the exercises. So yeah, thank you very much. Make sure to check out his channel. Oh. The first day of sprinting, I just did sprinting up and down the drive. I think I did about 4 or 5 sprints, can't remember, and that was the first day. I didn't feel too unfit because I have tried to keep my fitness at a decent level, so it was okay. I made sure I was tired at the end of it, sweating and breathing heavily. So that's first day over, add another 10 XP onto that, and my legs are feeling a bit tired at this point, so more stretching was needed. And now into the second day. With that training, we obviously get another 10 XP, so now on to 50. Now the fourth day of training, I wanted to put a bit more power in my legs. I mean, one day isn't really going to do much, but I tried to do some squatting. No. I can't remember what I was actually squatting. I think it was between 60 and 70. Can't remember. I do apologise. But that was the fourth day, and the next day was the rest day. And that obviously gave us another 10 XP onto 60. Now the next day was the rest day, because sprint, 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 and then squat 4 days in a row does make your legs hurt no matter how much stretching you do. Unless you're like, I don't know, unless your name's, I can't think of anyone. But yeah, then there was the rest day, and then it was the final day of sprinting. And remember, our previous average was 13.83, so we want to consistently get an average below that to try and improve. And we get an extra 20 XP if we do improve our time. And I do apologise on some of these clips, because the camera got a little bit wet and I forgot to just wipe it, so you can't see me sprint. So yeah, sorry.
Daily upload, they said. It will be fun, they said. Today is the big day, and it is very cold and very wet. Basically, I just want to get out as quick as possible, so more motivation to get a quicker run as possible. I'm going to run the opposite way this time, because it's easier to find out where I stop on that side. The time's more accurate. Okay, it's getting cold, let's just get on with it. Rain does make it harder to accelerate because the ground is so slippy. But I hope my impression here of Unai Emery standing in the rain is a good one. Second run. But that one felt quicker. But it's so cold. Don't like not knowing what I got. I mean, if I did get worse, then I can blame it on the wet ground. I know that I couldn't have gone any harder than today.
So this is a bit of a strange one, because our average is 13.77, so that is obviously better than 13.83 from 4 or 5 days ago. So when you do the calculation, 29.6 minus 13.77, put that in the bracket, times it by 5, you still get 79 pace. So on the face of it, it says that we haven't improved, but I think we have. Because the final day, it rained a lot during the day, so the ground was obviously a lot wetter, so it was harder to grip and harder to sprint. So I'm going to give myself 20 XP, so we're now on to 80. In our record table, you obviously see that it's 13.77. I do hope you have enjoyed this episode, and I really hope you're looking forward to the future of the series. Please like if you did enjoy it, subscribe if you are new. I'll see you later.